Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another edition of AmericanDreamTrading.com's live futures and education trading program. This is an outreach of AmericanDreamTrading.com, which was founded by, created by, managed by, owned by, incorporated by Chad Christian, who we affectionately call Coach. And why do we call him Coach, you ask? Well, let me answer that question. I'm glad you asked. Because he helps coach us through the muddy waters of everything investing, whether it's stocks, stock options, crypto, futures, day trading, swing trading, long term investing, dividend income investing, covered calls, cash secure puts, you name it, if it can be invested in. Coach educates us on how to do that. Glad you could be with us today. My name is Mark McSee, one of the 20 moderators here at AmericanDreamTrading.com, concentrating on today the futures education and trading. We are live here at AmericanDreamTrading.com 3 times daily. Coach is live from 9 to 11, Monday through Friday, and I am live from 2 to 4 Monday through Friday with the futures. And then at 5 p.m., we have our aftermarket show over on our YouTube channel, American Dream Trading. That starts at 5 with our moderator and host, Don. So check that out at 5 o'clock today. Upon conclusion of every one of these broadcasts, they are available for immediate replay over on our YouTube channel, American Dream Trading. So check it out. If you haven't been there, make sure you click subscribe. Speaking of subscribing, if this is your first time here with us today, make sure you click that subscribe button. Also, make sure you click the notification button so you aren't missing out on any of our upcoming broadcasts. Also, share, if you would, share this out to those in your social media land, and we would appreciate it. What we do here is we are an education and training company, unlike call out groups you see on the internet that tell you to buy XYZ now and sell XYZ now. What does that teach you about investing or day trading? Nothing. It teaches you absolutely zero. Why? Because you're dependent on that one person hollering at you, buy now, sell now, right? Our goal here is to educate you, to help you over time create a skill. And yes, I said skill. To develop a skill that nobody can ever take away from you so that you can decide when to enter a trade and when to exit a trade based on your education and training that we will provide you. You should never be dependent on some old random dude on the internet or young random dude on the internet. I was referring to old, including me. That includes me in the group, right? How do you know I know what I'm talking about? You don't, do you? How do you know I'm not a scammer? Well, you don't, right? Well, I hope you wouldn't think that about me if you've tuned in more than once or twice into this broadcast. But you really don't know, right? You see these people, anybody can nowadays can throw up their own little internet show. One of the things we have here is that I am a moderator with AmericanDreamTrading.com, and that is public information. You can go to AmericanDreamTrading.com and you can check it out. You can check the incorporation papers and everything else if you really want to get in there and dig deep. We are a legal corporation founded over 4.5 years ago by Chad Christian. So we're all on the up and up. It is a legal corporation, and you can check that out for yourself if you feel so desired to do that. Right? So we're glad you could be here today. What you see on my screen today is my Webull screen. For those of you over on TikTok, you really don't get to see much of my Webull screen. However, if you want the full screen view with the better audio, I highly recommend that you go over to our YouTube channel, American Dream Trading. I am limited on how I can broadcast to TikTok due to the software that I am running. So unfortunately, the view you are getting now, since the link has been broken, is my iPad pointed literally at my screen. So if you want a better, superior picture and audio, head on over to our YouTube channel, American Dream Trading. Make sure you click that subscribe button. By the way, talking about subscribing, we are 9 away, I believe, from hitting the 15,000 mark. I would sure like to be able to tell Dawn today that we hit that 15,000 mark. We only need 9 more subscribers. So if you're sitting here watching today and you haven't subscribed to our channel, help us break that $15,000. $15,000. 15,000 subscribers. Well, if you want to send 15,000, that's fine. I'll take it. We want to break 15,000 subscribers. I'm going to refresh my page, or if somebody happens to see us break it that time, let us know.
6 to go, Mark.
6 to go. Let's go.
6.
Come on. 6 to go.
We can do it.
Muddy Island, I know, and J-Dog, I know you're here every day. You're probably already subscribed, but make sure. Todd over there on TikTok Live, those of you over there on our TikTok, are you subscribed to our YouTube channel? Run over there real quick. Be one of those that pushes us over the 15,000 mark. Do we make any certain kind of money for that? No, just a goal we got. Help us achieve that goal. It's just a fun goal that we set for ourselves. Head on over there. How many we need? Come on. We want to be able to say that it's the futures watchers that pushed us over the top there. There you go. What about you, ex-trader? I'm sure you're a subscriber also. You're over there on TikTok, even though run over there to youtube.com. American Dream Trading Channel. Click subscribe. Push us over 15,000. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get it going. Come on. Come on. You can do it, right? You can do it.
5 to go, Mark.
You can do it.
Come on. Well, 5 more to go. Let's go.
You can do it.
You need some energy. Let's
Here we
go.
go.
Here we go. Come on, TikTok. Get over there at our YouTube channel. Click subscribe. That way, if nothing else, feed goes down, at least you have the alternate. Go over there, click subscribe. Let's go. We need that right now. We can get going here. While we're doing that, we'll take a walk around the block, see everything futures here. I'm refreshing my page. Still says 14.9 plus. Let's get that on there. Come on, TikTok. We need you to push us up over there. American Dream Trading channel over on youtube.com. Get over there. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Let's go. You dirty heifers. Let's get over there and get that. Come on. Get over there. Come on. Come on. How about a piggy? Come on. Let's get that. Get them over there. Come on. You're going to get it or not? Where are we at, Dawn?
Still sitting at 5 to go.
Oh, come on. 5 of you can't go over there.
No, you'll
Come
have
on.
one more.
Come on.
Look.
5
should-
more? 4 more?
One more. You should have one more. I just did my, yeah.
Okay. Paid members, you better be subscribed. But that goes without saying.
Oh,
Three.
I am.
3
I
to
am.
go.
It's
3 to
just my-
go.
It's just
3
my
to go.
trust
Come
account.
on. Come on. Who's going to be that 1, 2, 3 left? Come on. Let's get it. Let's get it going. Come on. Come on. You can do it. Come on. Come on. What's the problem over there? You getting distracted?
Squirrel.
Come on. Let's get it.
Squirrel.
Come on.
Squirrel.
Come on.
Squirrel.
Come on.
Oh, yeah.
Let's get it. How many now, Don? Come on.
Go
We ought to be
3.
done by now. Get over there, TikTok. Stray Brazer, you over there. Get over there to our American Dream Trading channel. So click subscribe. Get us to that 15,000 subscriber mark. You could do it.
2 to go.
Come on.
You can do it.
Come on. Stray Razor, I know you're probably already subscribed over there, but if you're not, hurry up, run over there to YouTube. Subscribe to our channel. 2 more. Come on. We needed 9 when we got here. Need 2 more. 2 more. Come on. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. Don't make Don cry. If you don't do it, Don will cry. We don't want to
Don't
see
do
Don cry. We
it.
don't want to see Don cry. Come on. Come on. Let's go.
Come on, everybody. I know you got this. We got this.
Come on. 2 more. Thank you. This is the way. How about going over there to YouTube real quick? Make sure you click subscribe to our YouTube channel, even though you probably already are. But get over there to YouTube, American Dream Trading channel. We're trying to get to 15,000. We only need 2 people. Come on, you can do it. You can do it.
You can do it.
wrong button. All right, let's go. Who's jumping?
We're there.
Oracle. What? What? Got it? You got it?
15K, baby. Thank you.
Look at that.
Thank you, everybody.
Woo!
Woohoo!
Look at that.
All right.
Thank you. for
Thank you,
that.
everybody.
We've been waiting for that for a little while here. Thanks for jumping over. You
Yes.
guys are awesome. The futures groups are the best. And I'm a little biased that way too, but I know you could do it. Momentous day. I broke a total earnings record myself for my personal record, PR, for myself today. And we hit 15,000 all in one day. There you go. Take a screenshot of that, Don. Post that on our Discord. Send that right to Coach. Let him know who's the ones that really pushed us up over the top. And that would be
Taking
the
care of it.
futures people. Oh, look who's here. Look. It's Vegan Knowledge. She's my favorite. She's over there on YouTube. Hi, Vegan. You're my favorite. I'm glad you could be here on this day. 15,000. I made a new PR in total earnings, and a new PR here on our YouTube subscriptions. Glad you could be here. All right. Let's go around the block here and see what's going on in the world of futures, see if anything's moving. Well, guess what? We probably pretty much guess what is and what isn't, right? So if I look here, let's see, we're on the S&P 500. It's been flat for a while, had a nice run up after sitting there all day. And as I walked away, it went up. I actually took a break right before this started. It was hanging below VWAP. I walked away, took probably, I don't know, half hour, 40-minute break. I come back and this thing had gone to the moon. I'm like, holy cow. So very nice run up. Our members made a boatload of money on that. Good job, futures traders. Hopefully you were around. Bobby Ray asks, I've been trading paper futures on Webull. Can you put two charts on one chart? Yep. I was very profitable one. I put a second one in with a stop loss in a particular one, and I canceled it out on my first one. Can you do that? I don't know. That's the same thing. Yeah, I guess you could. I mean, it's the same chart especially if it's the same exact same thing. Yeah, you can put as many charts you want on Webull. I mean, I have 3 here, right? But yeah, it's fully customizable. As how many you can put on there. I mean, you can take one chart and split it into multiple charts also. They have that option too. Or you can make one big chart and these little charts like I got here, right? So you can see here that I have them, how I have them. Cool. Oh, Vegan says, oh, the reason it's such a great day because we had a full moon last night. Ooh. Ow! I don't have a dog howling. I'll have to get one of them. Anyway. Bob and Ray, 2 trades. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, if you overlap it like that, yes, it would. Thank you, user 5437399469469 over there on TikTok. Thank you for the kind words. You might want to look into getting a real username instead of user 5437399469469 because it's hard to address you that way. If you got Mr. Smith or Billy Bob or something like that, that'd be easier for me to say rather than user 5437399469469. Okay. I get it. Anyway. All right. Let's take a look here. So anyway, of course, the indices did very well today. All of them looked the same as far as the majors. There's your S&P 500. Here's your NASDAQ. And look, they are, you can lay them on top of each other. There's the Dow here. Look at that. Could you not lay these charts right on top of each other? Right? There's the Russell. Bam. They all just went straight up. I personally like trading the S&P, but they could have thrown a dart at either one of them, made money today. Good to see you trading pennies. Good afternoon. Doug is not here today. He has to take care of some life stuff, so he won't be hanging with us today, at least not initially. So we're glad you can be here with us. If this is your first time, make sure you hit that subscribe button, right? Thank you for everybody who helped us get us over 15,000. The Futures Group, as far as I'm concerned, is the best group out there. And it's probably because I belong to it. But anyway, you guys are the best, right? Yep, you are the best. You're the best. There we go. Try to sneak that in without getting a YouTube hit. Violation. So indices are usually the pretty good ones here. We could take a look around. Actually, I didn't play it, but I did look at, take a look at oil today. Man, I was watching it this morning. I didn't get in it. I was going to early this morning, but I didn't. Probably if I'd have got out of bed sooner this morning, I probably would have been able to do it. But why doesn't this one shrink down here? What's going on? Anyway, what is going on here? There we go. Couldn't get it to shrink down anymore. But anyway, it took a big run up here early this morning. Like started about 2 a.m. this morning. Then at 3 o'clock London open, it just shot straight up. I mean, it went straight up, and it continued to climb up there till about 8 o'clock, and then it just like wham, dumped, right? Of course, we had the trade news came out, and the oil just went straight down the rest of the day. I mean, we were up $64. I don't know what the high was, 63.61 apparently. So it hit 63.61, and now we're down 62.20. So, or 61.85. I said 61.76 it went down to. Nice rise up. Been stuck below the 60s for a long time, and so it got some action on that. So that would have been, you could have played oil all day, basically. You could have started early this morning, just did nothing but play oil. If you had happened to have been hanging on there at 8 o'clock, man, you could have really capitalized. And then you could have rode it back down for a while. Of course, it was flat for a while, but yeah, once it got up there and peaked, it's just been downhill ever since. So that was basically, you could have done that, traded that all day long, off and on, up and down. A little bit of sideways would have been boring, but that's the way things go sometimes. Thank you, Joseph, for those kind words. Everybody over there on TikTok, appreciate that. And YouTube, thank you for your kind words for those things you're talking about. If you don't know what you're talking about, well, then you should be in our lives. And this morning, I'm not going to go into the great details here about it. But I did reach I don't know if you would call it monument. What word am I looking for? Monumental? I don't know. I can't speak. Big.
Monumental.
Monumental. That's the word. Okay. See, I can't even say it.
There's no T in it, Mark. Just
Yeah.
monumental.
Monumental.
There you go.
Well, there's a T at the end, isn't there?
Well, not right at the end, but TAL at the end. Yes,
Okay.
but monumental.
Monumental.
There you
Okay,
go.
there. I'll say it slow, like
It's
everything else. I could talk better. I speaks better when I talk slow. So oil would have been a really good play. That would have been one just that you could have sat in. Well, you could have sat in anything all day, but really nice long slow slog up and a nice long slug down. What was the other one? We was looking. Oh, corn, right? In the agricultural sector, corn kind of did the same thing. Let's look at corn. We just kind of all recently discovered some of these agricultural ones. It's not that they weren't there, it's just that we haven't been actively trading. Let me see. I think we had one of our members playing wheat too today. I usually play some lean hogs, but I didn't today. Corn also kind of did the same thing. It was nice down here. It was kind of flat, and then all of a sudden, it woke up. It started trading for a while, nice straight up, and of course, it closes at 8:45 till 9:30, and it takes off again, I believe. So anyway, it went up, and look at it. It's just nice. Well, I don't know about nice, but nice and steady. Look at that nice down, 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 down. So a lot of good money there also. So just shows you some of the things, we're used to trading. We ignore other sectors, right? We get so hung up on it. And we lose sight of other things that are there. And if you can trade the indices, you can trade corn. If you could trade corn, You could trade oil. If you could trade oil, you could trade the indices, right? A chart is a chart is a chart. Once you learn how to put your proper historical levels on there and understand what they mean and lock them in and get your indicators on there, understand what they mean and how to use them, how they interact with each other, right? It's not, the premise is easy, but in the practice is a little harder until you get some experience and some knowledge under your tool belt. But a chart's a chart to chart. Once you get those basics down, you can trade anything, literally anything. It's not any different to trade corn than it is to trade the NASDAQ. Do things move faster on one versus the other, or is one more volatile than the other? Well, sure. But, right, it's really not rocket science, right, Trader B? Right? Is this rocket science? Not really, right? It's the premise of doing it is not really that complicated. When I came over to futures, I had a lot of misconceptions about futures. Oh, it's super risky. You can lose everything you got. Is that true? Well, it could be, yeah. If you're ignorant and you don't know what you're doing. I should say if you're stupid, because ignorance can be fixed. Stupid's forever. When you come in here and break coach's rules and you trade without stops, if you don't quit trading after you lose more than 1 to 3% of your account in a day, well, then shame on you, right? But the biggest thing is that's why we trade with stops. There's no way you can wreck our account when we're trading with stops, as long as you're actively managing the trade. You don't just blindly walk away. No, anyhow, glad to be here. So we can trade anything once you learn how. All right, everybody get out their pen and paper right now, or pencil and paper, or for some of those in our group, get some of your crayons and coloring books out right now. Got a question for you. It involves math. Yeah, you ready? Are you ready? Members, are you ready?
Ready, Mark?
Okay, ready. What is 3% of your total trading account today? If you had to think about it, shame on you. Why do we need to know that number? Because that's the maximum amount we can trade in any given day. Now, it's a little late in the day to be asking that question, but, well, if you're done trading for the day, at least you'll know what that number is tomorrow, right? So, make sure you know that. That's one of Coach's rules. You can't lose more than that. And the only way to know you haven't lost more than that is to know what that number is, right? Also, never trade without a stop, right? Never trade at the opening of the market or the closing of the market, two most volatile times of the day. If you're not a master scalper, don't scalp. Don't trade options if you don't know how. If you can't accept that risk, trade stocks, right? So Coach has his rules. Matter of fact, let's just play Coach's rules here. Now, again, TikTok, you've got an iPad pointed at my screen. This is not the ideal situation here. You will not be able to hear it or see it, the whole video in its entirety. I'm going to slide my screen over, but it's not going to be very good. If you want that good view, go over to American Dream Trading Channel over on YouTube. All right. All right. Let me slide this over here for those on our YouTube that's watching through my iPad that is pointing at my screen. Kind of give you a rough view here. What are we looking at here? All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fire up the Coach's Rules video. So ready? Here we go. Coach's Rules.
Some of the rules. Okay, somebody. Perfect question. You're asking the right questions. I like it already. I'm new here. What are the rules? That's what I'm talking about. So again, right, some of the most basic rules so I can help you guys. Think about this. Stop losses on each and every trade. What does that do? Keeps you from losing your accounts, right? Not hard. Paper trade only when you're a new trader. It makes sure you're not blowing up your accounts. You're not obviously ready for this. Am I right? Think about it. Every rule I have is not make money. It's keep your money. Don't trade in the first 3 minutes or the last 8 minutes of the day. It's the hardest time of the day. I've been doing this 33 years. It's very hard. I get chopped up all the time when I'm like, ooh, it looks good. Oh, it looks good. Oh, I'm going to do it again. Oh, stop. I'm doing it to protect you, right? If you're a new trader, don't trade in the first 30 minutes because it is the most volatile, right? Until we get the shift change when volume comes in again at 10 o'clock. Because why? The very beginning is like this. Yo, 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 yo. Typically, after the first 30 minutes, it will try to decide which way do I want to go today. I'm avoiding you getting wrecked, right? Last hour of the day is power hour, high volume, hedge fund managers making the things happen, trying to get markets to move the way that they want. I'm telling you to stay out of it. So if you're like, well, I keep getting burned up, why are you doing it? Right? Journal. It's for your own mental strength so that you can see what you are doing on a daily, consistent basis. That's all it is for. Did I trade it right or did I trade it wrong? What should I have done? What could I do better? That is what it's for, right? It's your homework every day. You guys can go back and review your trades and go over your journal and what should I have done right there and why did that not work out? It will help you, right? You're strengthening your brain and you're getting rid of your own stuff. Small position sizes. I say that because usually when you go into large, your emotions take over. You're not trading robotically. You're not trading the trades. You'll end up blowing up your accounts, right? That's when we make a lot of mental mistakes is all the difference was we're going in too big. Let the runners run and stop out the losers. Again, notice the stop part is the most important. Stop out the losers so you don't continue to lose money. If you find yourself in these bleed out sessions, oh, well, I hope. Oh, it's going to come back. Oh, we'll see. Oh, it's coming down to support. Oh, it broke that support. Maybe this next, oh, stop. Draw a line in the sand. Use the stop. And then when you guys go green, right? Like, oh, I'm up 100. I'm taking that. That's my daily. That's what I told myself. That's what I told myself. If I can make 100, I'm going to take that. It could have turned into 2,000. Why are you taking 100? Let the runners run. I notice I never said take all the runners off the table. Never said that. I've never said that in my life. We use the shedding technique. We collect as it goes. We take off as it goes because that way we are guaranteeing locking in realized profits. Remember, nothing is realized until you actually click, right, the sell button. All these rules are in place, ladies and gentlemen. They're there to help you. If you can't do these very basic things we talk about, right, how are you going to advance? Stop saying, woe is me. Stop saying, I don't get it. Stop saying, I'm not a good trader. I guess I'm never going to get it. Yeah. Because you can't follow my basic rules. They're there for a reason. Again, follow the freaking rules, right? And listen, I know when I get on you guys, I don't get to sell anything and I don't get to make any money. And it's just, I don't care. I need you guys to understand so that you guys can get ahead in life. This is what we're doing this for, right? So when I'm in this mode, right? And again, like, oh, I'm not listening to any of this. You need to listen to all this. This is where the secret sauce, this is the golden nuggets, not the coach, just call out that runner. That isn't going to do you any good, right? It doesn't matter. There's 8 million people in this room. We could call out stuff all day long. You could just hear us shouting stuff. That isn't going to help anybody. If you don't know what to do with it, what good does it matter if one is up or one is down? That means nothing to anybody if you don't know how to handle it. You might get lucky and catch a momentum and you're like, oh, I'm a great trader, and you just keep getting out a million times. It's because it's been going in the same direction all damn day. Right? Can you duplicate it? Can you recreate the process every day consistently? This is all about consistency, okay?
Well, there you go. Coach's rules. Make sure we follow them. They're not that hard. But yet, we don't follow them like we should. So keep an eye on those. Make sure you know them, memorize them, commit them, follow them. They're there, like he said, not to make you money. They're there to help preserve your money. What you lose today, you can't trade tomorrow. So if you're doing something foolishly by breaking one of those rules, you're going to lose money every single time. Generally, when I lose money, it's because I did something I shouldn't have. Yes, there are those things in the market that happens that you have no control over. These pullbacks or large dumps of shares into the markets. You have no control over that. But the things that you do have control over, you want to try to control. And in reality, remember, none of us have any control what the markets are doing. We're just going along for the ride. Hey, Dave Essie over there on TikTok. Good to have you here, old feller. He just had a birthday there on Mother's Day the other day. Turned a big 71. Good for him. Double bounce. Yeah, what a ride in the market, right? And you knew the news early morning today that it was going to set off the market. Yep. Well, we knew that actually last night that that was going to happen. The news blurbs that we had over here in our free Discord, all our members were also aware of it, even if no video, no audio. Hello. Is that old? No volume user says. Should have. You guys hear me okay? Should be able to. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's an old thing. Anyway, I forgot where I was at. Oh, yes, our Discord. We were talking about that last night about the news affecting the markets today. One of the benefits I have belonging to our group Discord, you get news posted there occasionally, and you're made aware of these things before they happen. So we were expecting it, and also when our members joined the call today, thank you, Oracle. When we had when the members that joined today that didn't happen to look at the Discord, it was also discussed in our live Zoom training that we start with here at 4 a.m. Also, speaking of being able to trade and train at 4 a.m., Coach has, let me double check this. I want to open this up real quick because Doug's not here to back us up. Let me look and see. Let's see what else we got. Right. Oh. All right. All right. Well, never mind. Never mind. Coach had one-on-ones for sale. They're already gone. That's how popular they are. He doesn't do them very often. And I was looking to see. It's a good thing I didn't say anything. Well, it wouldn't have mattered. He wouldn't be able to purchase this anyway. He was doing one-on-ones for half price. It's normally $6,000 for to spend an hour with him. He had them marked down to $3,000. They're already gone. Never mind. So we do have our same promotions going on with the still has a couple of the diamonds left. I think there was 2 or 3 of those left. Also, let's see. So we have the Diamond Lifetime membership for $5,000. They're selling like hotcakes, so Coach is going to run it again before he moves the price back up. All right. So a Diamond membership is everything that we have all wrapped into one package. It is the creme la creme. It is the mother load. It is the kitchen sink of everything that we have. Lifetime. You get a lifetime membership, never ever pay again, to be able to trade stocks, stock options, crypto, and futures, and any other programs that we may come out with in the future. And as you know, if you've been listening, we've already had 3 announcements of new products about to be released, and those Diamond members will not pay any extra to belong or join or participate in them. It gets you access to everything that we have here at American Dream Trading. You can go over to our free Discord and look at all the comparison charts that we have over there. And that's located in our stock lounge. You can check that out for that information and even more over there. That is for $5,000, one and done, never ever pay again for the rest of your life. It's the best deal out there. I've spent more than that on individual memberships over the last 3 years, right? So it is a heck of a value. I highly recommend you get it. I got the same thing, but paid a lot more than that. I paid twice as much, actually. So anyway, get over there and grab that diamond membership. It's everything into one, and you never pay for anything else that we have. I mean, the membership alone with Coach is $6,000 a year, $6,000. You know, and this membership's selling for less than that. Oh, what's the mentorship program? That's a basically almost like a one-on-one. It's not a one-on-one, but it's a small group setting with Coach for 1 hour every week. And it's, you know, he'll answer your questions and dive deep into them. So you got to go over there and check that out. AmericanDreamTrading.com. Scroll down about halfway down the landing page there, and you'll see our link for our free Discord. And right next to it is the link for our different membership packages. We also have that $1,000 that we're giving away. That is available since Doug's not here to post it. There's a link that you can get over on our free Discord for the $1,000 giveaway. Anybody can join it, even if this is your first time being here today. Even our paid members and myself can join in it, because it will be a totally random drawing. It's not drawn by anybody from ADT. It's that Gleam sweepstakes software. All Coach says is, okay, we're done now with running the contest. Pick a winner, and whoever's name it spits out wins. It could be yours. You do not have to be a member. You could enter in for it to be the first time you're here today and never show up again. You are still eligible to win. The only caveat is that you must be a resident of the United States of America. America, baby. America. So head on over there, AmericanDreamTrading.com, and sign up for those things. We also have our premium lifetime. It's $125 a month. Now, Coach is also giving away, well, he's not giving away, but he is kind of giving it away. The premium lifetime, which is our base membership, gets you in the door, gets you training from 8:45 each and every day, Monday through Friday, through 4 p.m. on a live Zoom call. And you can ask questions and participate in everything there. You can do that for the equivalent of 6 monthly payments. However, it's a $750 one-time payment, and you have that for the rest of your life, never pay again. It's a way to get in the door and never ever have to pay again. $750. If you sign up for our Diamond membership today, you will receive a one-on-one with David, and I believe there's only 3 of them left, maybe. I can't say for sure. I know I read it in there. I think it was 3 that's left. You'll see when you get there. It'll be very descriptive on what it does. So I've been seeing those getting snatched up about as fast as Coach authorizes them again. Let's see. We broke 15,000 today in our subscription. We thank you and everybody here at the Futures Group for helping push us over the top there for that 15,000. It's nice to accomplish a goal that you set for yourself. Could have done it without you, and hopefully with them 15,000 subscriptions, you'll learn something new totally for free that can help change your life. When you're tired of hanging around, right, and you want to really step up your game rather than just watching these lives every day, which, again, you're only getting the tip of the iceberg. You're not seeing even a tenth of what we do here, right? This is just a little 2-hour teaser for you to come over to AmericanDreamTrading.com. So, all right, let's do some trading. Let's take a walk around. As usual, if you have any questions first, I will answer those. Put those in your chat box there on your social media platform you're using. If you want the full screen view, TikTok, I highly recommend you go over to our YouTube channel, American Dream Trading, as I am just pointing my laptop, or not my laptop, my iPad at my screen, and this is about the best view you're going to get, unfortunately. Coach has a different operating system than I do, so he's able to transmit through the TikTok Live Studio app. I'm unable to do that because I have a Mac system. All right, what questions we have? Let's see. I don't see any. All right, let's take a walk around. Let's see. Well, Corn's obviously done trading for now because they close at 2:30. So let's take a look here and see what we got going on in the equities market, which would be your S&P 500, right? Which is what I like to trade personally. That's one of my favorite. Click on this. Let's see. Oh, look at this trade still going up. Now we are at a double top there. Oh, that's pretty tasty. That's pretty juicy trade right there, if you ask me. Well, we'll see here. Sure, I'm on my paper trading account, which I am. Paper trading. See the PM up there. Says I never trade with my real account here. I could, but I'm not going to because I'm distracted. I'm not actually focused on my trade the way I should be. So if I enter this trade here in Webull, what it does is it pops these boxes up. Again, this is paper trading. Simulates a live trade. Okay. I'll show my positions here. You can see I'm up $1,100 already, $700. Here's my stop in case it pulls back, right? I want to stretch this out a little bit for a more detailed view. And so I'm going to put my stop between the 9 and the 20, or the 21 and the 55 for right now, so I can get some way, whatever. Get some room to move it up. Right down here on the P&L position shows you what it's worth. Right here again, you won't see that on TikTok because, if I scroll this out too far, then you won't see anything. Maybe. Yeah, we can do that, I guess. Let's try this view. I don't know if that's worthwhile or not, but there you go. We'll try that. See if you like that view a little bit better, right? Don't know that you will. Yeah, that looks like garbage if you ask me. Well, we'll scroll it back in a little bit. Just try to tweak a little bit. All right. So anyway, am I making any money in this trade? No, I'm down $1,875. It's okay. I jumped in here a little early without really looking, but that's all right. I got a 106 order down at 57, and that's $2 below where I'm at. But I also got some 860s up above me, which is approximately where it's at now. Which one's going to win out? Probably the 57 by the looks of it, but we'll see. So I'm down $3,000 right now on this trade. All right. Again, the proper entry was clear back here. Right. That was my optimal entry. Go up to there. So anyway, let's see what else we got going on here. We'll give it a little bit of room. I got my stop set. Keep it from pulling too hard against me in case there's a catastrophic pullback. We're going to stay in this here for a few minutes. Now, why did I jump in this when I did? Well, I was still on the 9. I was going to try to do a quick scalp on it. And when as soon as I entered it, look what it's doing. Pulling back. Does that mean it can't go back the other way? Not at all. It's still holding on to the 9, and it is respecting the 21, as you can see here, and there. It also went down, touched 55, and stayed off of that also. So might be some hope for this to stay up here. Now it is, of course, quarter 3, end of the day, trading day, where people want to exit their positions, right? So this trade here ain't looking too good for good old Mark here. He's going to pull back, sit a little bit. Well, I don't know. We'll see here. It may still have some hope, and we'll see. I'm going to hold on here while this diddles in the middle a little bit, because it just got off this high here. This 58.62 and a quarter is the New York session high of the day. That's the New York session. That's not the all-time high. So we'll see what happens here. If this doesn't hold up here, well, you know what? We're going to rip the Band-Aid off and take the loss and be done with it. Sometimes you have to do that. You got to have an exit strategy. All right. So we'll see if this hangs on here or not. Hello, Zizzo. It's good to see you again. I'm going to move the stop up a little bit, about right to there. That should take me, I don't know what this warning is on paper. Said I didn't have enough buying power. Didn't look. All right. Well, I'm going to sit here and wait. See, this is what I don't like about doing this live. I got to sit here and wait for this thing to move, right? As soon as I got in it, it pulled back. And the L2 might have said that, and I just didn't look at it. But this is some of the things you got to do. You got to sit here and wait. It doesn't tell me get out of this trade per se. Again, I should have got in back here, but I jumped in up here, and when you know it, bang, it pulled back. already. So we will see what happens. All right. Questions why we're doing this, why we're waiting here. If you have questions. Thank you for helping us get over 15,000 in our YouTube channel today. Appreciate it. Yeah, it's trying to get back above the 9. If it can get back above the 9, it might pop here a little bit. I'm going to get out of this trade. I know that. As soon as I see, as soon as I start seeing some green down here. Right now, I'm down $2,600 right now. This has to come back up to about right there. That's roughly about where it would be at for it to break evenish. Close enough anyway. If it goes above that, then bang, I'm going to take it. Man, am I sleepy today? Whew. Sitting a lot today. Haven't had a cup of coffee for a while either. Might be something the wife put in my sandwich. Maybe she put something in there. Maybe sleepy.
You better go re-up on the wake-up juice.
Ooh.
Maybe you can upgrade to a dark roast.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Oh,
I do. I actually have the black silk Folgers, and I'm drinking my Guatemala coffee right now. That was hand delivery from Guatemala. Answer your question there, Robert. He's no longer with AmericanDreamTrading.com. He's out doing his own thing, living life large now. Thanks for asking. All right. What else we got going on here? Why would you get into trade when you said it first that it was a double top? Because I don't listen to myself there, Daniel. I've done that a couple times a day. I even called out saying I'm going to get here when it breaks and holds above, waiting for the break and hold, and I jumped in before I even did what I said I was going to do. Yeah, isn't that it's a good study in my psyche, huh? I don't even do what I know different. You are correct. Right here's where I got in. It was pretty much the double top, right? That is not a place to enter a trade. But I did because I didn't examine all the information there was in front of me. And so now I'm sitting here struggling, waiting, and I'm probably going to just pull the Band-Aid off here shortly if this doesn't start moving up. I am going to tighten my stop up here just below the 55. I'm not going to sit here and play games all day. I ain't got time to sit here and watch this. But my guess is it doesn't matter anyway because the other indices are going to look the same, right? They're going to pretty much do what this one's doing, nothing. So now I am trapped. So what should I do? Should I rip the Band-Aid off now, or should I have hopium, right? Exactly, right? Because we are human. We don't always look at the facts. We don't want to look at it. We ignore the facts, and I'm getting out of this trade now. I am not waiting here any longer. I'm selling out. I will take the loss and get out of Dodge. I'm not going to sit here and play games, right? Because this could also pull right here. Again, with paper trading, I am out of this trade. Now, can I go to the downside on that? Yeah, that's probably a better play, huh? Let me see where my indicators, I got to wait till this breaks down here. A little bit. There's the bottom there. So I want to wait for that area and this area here. I got it to 9. I want to see a break and hold below the 55 before I enter into the downside. If I'm going to enter the downside, it'll be a break and hold here. And it's not wanting to do that. So, and I got VWAP in the 200 down below here too. So that's really far away, so I don't have to worry about that as much, right? Let's see how these are, how flat this is. So I still got to watch these levels, right? I don't chart on my Webull. I do all that on TradingView. So that's why you don't see any lines here, because I don't chart on here. I just kind of just do. Oh, ain't that grabbing that? There we go. So there's a little minor double bottom there. Not a very good one, but it is a low spot. And I got 200, and I got VWAP down there. So yes, this was a foolish way to enter. I should have waited until it broke and held above that level of the double tops, right? Right here. See that? How did I draw that line on her? Because what Daniel says, why did you do that? Well, because I'm an idiot sometimes. I'm human. I don't want to use I'm being human as a mistake, as an excuse, but I don't always make good decisions. I have literally jumped in. You know what I saw when I jumped in there? I saw, oh, look, it's still running pretty nice along the 9, right? That's what I saw. Did I look back or forward? Nope. I didn't look. Could have spent 10 seconds to scroll backwards and seen that and said, oh, that would be a double top. I don't want to jump in that yet. I want to wait on the break and hold above this line that I just drew after the fact. But I didn't. So, sometimes you just got to eat it, take the loss. All right. So I could jump around here however I wanted to. Oh, let's see here. I mean, I can go elsewhere and look like gold and all that, but the volume's just usually not there this time of the day. But we'll go take a look, see. It should be going up because the others are going down. All right. Broken held above the 200. But what do I got? See, if I didn't look behind me, right? That's what I didn't do the last time. So I learned my lesson, hopefully, right? There's a little double top right there, peak there, right? So I got to watch that right there as far as upward motion. Of course, coming back down, I got these same things I got to follow when it comes down. Which is right there. So right now where it's at, that's below the 200. And I'm trying to break and hold above the 200, which I have, but it's got to get through this level. That's going to be pretty tough right there right now. We'll see what happens. If it isn't, then okay. We will jump in there and see what we can get out of it up above that level. So I'm basically waiting on the might as well call it 740-ish. Or not 740, 7. What am I looking at? 34. That's 34. Up to 734. I had to get my cataract out of the way, get her above that 35 level. 32, 35. So I'm going to be patient here before I go jumping in this. So you can see here. Make it up a little bit bigger. So I'm going to wait for this to break that 34.6. Actually, I want to see a break and hold, which would be up by 36 by that time anyway. So we'll see how that happens. All right. Yes, that was a 2-minute EWO to the downside, but initially, right? Now it's to the upside. Wall Street asks, if I go in with one entry amount, how many contracts do I usually go in with? Well, I can answer that. That has changed over time. I started out trading one micro contract, and then I went to 2 micro contracts once I had enough money to buy 2, my account, by growing it. And once I had more than enough money, I bought 3, and I traded those. And as my account built up, I then had enough for more than 5, and went with 5 micros. Well, then my account grew. And I was able to buy one E-mini, the big boys, right? Big boy cost, big boy earnings. And I kept doing that. Did that for a while till my account, till I could afford 2 of those, 2 E-minis. And when I was able to do that, I started trading it. And then I got up to 3. And I got up to 5. It was a big jump for going from 3 to 5. Once I got to 5 E-minis, right, my account's larger now, right? Didn't happen overnight. Took a while. You just got to be patient. Well, then I went from 5s, and then I bumped it up to like 8 at a time. And I went from 8 to probably 10. Traded 10 for quite a long time. Was happy, comfortable trading 10 contracts of E-minis at a time. And then I bumped it up to, I think I went up to 12. A micro, well, let's just use this as an example. Micro, give you a frame of reference here. A micro S&P 500 is $143 and change per contract. A E-mini, the big boys, during the day is $1,436. So it's 10 times the price. And it pays you out 10 times the amount. So you get up there to do that. So remember, you make 10 times the cost as it goes up, but you also make 10 times the loss when it goes down. So you better know what you're doing if you're going to be trading them. So I traded 10 for a while, went to 12. Then I jumped to 15. Traded that for a little while. Actually, I got to 15 and I didn't feel comfortable. So I went back to 10 and I was comfortable and happy there. Because when you watch them out, your profit and loss goes up and down in a hurry. And it will scare you. And that's why you should never look at it to start with. And then I went to 20 and I traded 20s all the time, all day long. I was happy there. I was comfortable there. No issues with my comfort level. And I've recently went from 20 to 30. So now I'm trading on average 30 contracts at a time. Have I traded more? Yes, I have. I did 50 a couple times. First time it kind of bothered me because it's a lot of money, right, to one trade. So I backed down to 30 is kind of where my comfort zone is now. It's not that I won't do 40 or 50 occasionally, especially if I can get a good run, but I generally try to stay right now at 30 contracts. So yes, that is 30 times $1,436.36. You do the math. That is what I'm trading here today, right? I don't know what I traded. Did I trade 30 contracts on this? Whatever. So that's on ES, by the way. So I don't even know what the amount is. 30 times 1436. That's $43,000 that I have that I am trading on my account. All right. So yes, that's a lot of money, but it is margin. It goes right as soon as I get out of the trade. It goes right back into my margin account. Instant settlement. Yes. So Wall Street, that's what that works out to. There's people in here trade more than that. People in here trade less. And remember now, I started with a $700 account and I over time build up my account. Didn't happen overnight. Took me 6 months to get to where I'm at now. So don't be impatient like me. Do as I say, not as I did. Try to be patient. Take your time. You build it up, day by day by day, right? So yes, don't let that number boggle you there, Wall Street. That's minor to what people. I mean, we have our one member in here that's, I don't know if did he hit over 1 million today? Did anybody here? You guys know who I'm talking about. I don't know if he hit that 1 million mark, but we have one member that.
I think I heard that he did.
Okay. I mean, he does about every day anymore. It's like commonplace. I mean, it depends how choppy. If the market's real choppy, it's harder to do. But yeah, he's making 1 million. He made 1.2 million the other day that I know of. So in one day, and we're talking actually 4 hours at most, more than likely. So you can only imagine what his trading account looks like if he made that kind of money, right? So it's all relative. It's just math, right? You're making the same percentage by trading a micro as you do trading $1 million account. If you both enter at the same time and exit at the same time, you're making the same percentage gains. Only difference is the payouts, right? The old saying, it takes money to make money, is true. And you build your account up small and you be patient because you know what the end game is here. The more I can get in my account, then I can increase my standings, right? And I pull money out of mine. I don't leave all this money in there either. I pull money out generally every week. Not every single one, but generally I do. I'll start leaving some other money in there here shortly, but there's no reason to have all that money. You don't need to, right? Unless I'm deciding I want to try to make $1 million in one day. I can't even picture that. I mean, that's a lot of money on the hook. I wouldn't even want to see it. But he didn't start out that way either. He started out trading 10 contracts, 20 contracts, and 30 contracts. We have a member in here that's already stated that they're going to go for their goals to get to their goal is to get to 100 trading 100 contracts. You get there overnight? Nope. You got to build up, make sure your skills, number one, are good, that you can get in out of a trade good, See, now it's breaking the double top. Now that I'm looking here. Oh, this is gold. Breaking my level. Has it broken, held yet? Not yet. It did break. And it's low volume. So, it doesn't happen overnight, right? I didn't go from 1 micro to 5 micros overnight. I did it, one contract at a time. That's how you do it. You move up till you get uncomfortable with how much money you got on the line and how much you could potentially lose. That's a lot to wrap your mind around. And that happens to you when you trade micros. I got members in here afraid to trade. I don't want to say afraid because that sounds like they're weak, but they have a psychological barrier to going from paper to real money because it's scary. It is scary. Now you're putting your skin on the line, right? Do I really know what I do? And what it is, it's just self-doubt, right? I mean, unless they just started it today, it's self-doubt. Do I really have the skills I need to really put my money on the line? And taking that first step to do that is a hard thing to overcome mentally and psychologically. You may not think so, but it really is, right? So eventually they'll get there, all in their due time. It doesn't do me any good I can't make them anyway, but let's just say I could talk somebody into doing it. Right? It doesn't do them any good, me convincing them. They have to make that decision on their own. So it's the same way when you go from 1 to 5, the 1 mini to 10 to 20. Now I'm doing 30. I have done 50 a couple times. It's just not I like 30 right now. The smaller your size, this position size, remember, the smaller your position size, more likely you are to let it run longer. More you put on the line, less likely you are to let it run, right? You're going to get in and out. You watch the numbers go up and down with all them in there. It'll scare the bejeebers out of you. All right. So, again, is it any harder to click the mouse when it says 10 or 30? Technically, no, it ain't, right? It's still one same mouse click. You don't feel any different, but you better be aware of the difference, right? So yes, Wall Street, that is the answer to the question. What kind of fee do you pay for that kind of transaction? Well, it's the same fee you would pay. I don't pay any more than you do. For one contract of ES, it is $4.28. For a micro ES, it's $1.50 with Webull. Every broker's different. You make the same contractually per movement, but not transaction fees. So $4.28 I pay. That's round trip. Counts getting in, getting out. It's all one fee. I didn't break it down in halves. So $4.28 for an ES times 30. So what does that equal to? Right? 40. What did I say? 4.28 times 30. So it's cost me $38 to trade 30 contracts. It's the same price as you don't, for the whole thing. So like I know the first $38 I got to make goes just to paying the transaction fee. So how much do I make in one move? Well, I make $12.50. So with 30 contracts, you do the math. So $12.50, I make $12.50. I don't even know what that is. $12.50 times 30. One tick, I'm making $375. Right? So that's how that works.
What time they close?
What's my average time in a trade? Pretty short, actually. Am I jumping in and out every 10 seconds? I can be. I'm trying to get better at letting my runners run. Again, it's a mental thing. It's something that I am working on me with. Am I that good at holding longer? Not really. I'm still working on that. That's the thing, if I can stay in there longer, right? Now, again, more contracts you put in, you can make decent money just jumping in and out. And that's kind of what I do. But how much more could I make by letting it run? So, I may have jumped in and out of this run here, but if I let that run, right, that's a lot of money that you can make. So, but yes, my trade times are short. Now what was I in today? I let run. Well, I was in ES earlier. I kept it. I did jump out once or twice to lock in my profits, but it's just getting away from my scalper mentality and playing EWO. This could have been all one trade here, right? They're up. So, and that's on gold, by the way. That's not ES. So We go back to ES because that's what we'll probably be trading here. We go back to the equities, back to E-minis, right? Yeah, so don't get all enamored with, oh my gosh, he's trading 40, whatever you said it was, 45,000, nearly $45,000 in a trade. Well, yeah, but I didn't start out that way. You know, I started out with a $700 account, obviously, right? So I wasn't trading that kind. But just remember that if you and I both enter the trade at the same time and we exit at the same time, we will make the exact same percentage of return on our money. The only difference is I'll make a few dollars more than you will if you have a smaller account. So, but that's how you start out. Don't get hung up on flashy things and things that people make. That's why you very rarely hear me say in here how much I make. Once in a blue moon, I may say it, right? Because I can spew out any number. I can say I made $150,000 a day, and how would you be any wiser, right? So it really doesn't do any benefit to say I made X amount of dollars today, right? I do. I mean, I share with our paid members. I share every day what I make, right? I give them a screenshot of the total earnings. So, but again, if I come on here, I can say anything. I made anything at all, right? And what you just have to take my word for it. So I just try to stay away from that part of it. Better off talking about percentage gains, right? Because if we both enter the same trade at the same time, we both will make the same percentage. What do we got over here on YouTube? Dominic, my first time day trading, I was doing, Dominic, first time you were trading 50K? Oh my Lord. Yeah, well, you know, I was kind of in the same boat. I didn't trade that kind of volume. But I did do 20,000 a couple times without realizing that's how much my trade was, trading stock options. Dominic saying when he first started, he was doing 50 and 30,000 trades. And he said, never, ever, ever, ever again, right? And I was doing the same thing. Not to that level. I did a couple 20,000s. And it's once I realized how much the options contract was, I don't know why I didn't realize it, but it was like a light bulb. I'm like, here I am trading $20,000 at a time when I'm first starting out and shouldn't have no business trading that kind of money. It was a scary revelation that, hey, I need to be better educated about what I'm doing, right? And I backed it up real quick. So, yeah, you got to be aware of it. So don't, 45 grand, big deal, right? It's just what you get. You know, I look at that. I'm in awe of our one member that's making $1 million plus in a day. Imagine what size account he's trading, right? In his trade to make that. That's impressive and scary. But again, if him and I both enter the trade at the same time, we're going to make the same thing, right? Oh, that's a heck of a trading strategy. He was told it was options, and if it was a buy, hold it for 12 minutes, and if you're up, sell it. I don't know about who told you that, but boy, I'd find out who that person was and come back and smack him. I'd give him one of these. Hold for 12 minutes and then sell. Okay, that's a curious strategy. Maybe it works. I don't know, right? Yeah, correct. Yeah, we all start out kind of ignorant. We look back and it's like our adulthood. We look back to things we did when we were teenagers and we wonder how we made it out alive, right? Same way with me trading. We all have our horror stories, and that's part of our maturity as traders, right? Things that we've done. I mean, I did a couple dumb trades live right in front of everybody today, not waiting on the break and hold when I said I was going to. It's like, I'll just click here for whatever reason. Made absolute 0 sense. How do you take profit without market slipping as you're closing your trade? Well, you don't have any control over that if you're doing market orders. I just jump in and jump out. I don't worry about it. We used to call it getting weebled, because Weeble wasn't very good at filling orders back in the day. They're good now. They've come a long way. But it really is slippage is what it is. It's the spreads, right? If you get a rapid candle movement, you're going to get a lousy fill when you're buying or selling. There ain't much you can do about it other than not trade, right? So if you're in trades for a minute or two, you jump out, there's nothing you can do about it. It's a free program, right? Is there other better programs out there you can do? Yeah, I'm sure there is. But it's just part of the cost of doing business. If it's happening too much to you, then you might want to switch brokers, I would say. I don't find it to be that big of an issue now. With Webull like it used to be a big deal. You'd click here and it would fill up here. It was almost like you're on a 10-minute delay sometimes on data. And they've greatly improved. They're pretty good now. And I'm still with them. I've been with them for 2.5 years. So doing all right, I guess, if you would say, based on my earnings since I've started each and every year. Is it perfect? No, nobody is. Is it the best one out there? Nope, nobody is. Does it work for me? Yep, that's good enough for me right now, right? All right, so if you're not having any issues with your brokers, no real reason to trade unless you get into expenses and things like that. All right. Is this a 1-minute EWO? Technically, no, we don't call it a 1-minute EWO. You'll never hear Coach call it a 1-minute EWO trading strategy. Can you do it? Yes, you can. You shouldn't. That's why it's a 2-minute EWO for a reason. It gives it time to form. On a 1 minute, it can collapse on you. It's either that or you have to wait 4 candles, right, to get 2 2-minute candles each. But no, I haven't. When I have it I'm not even looking at the EWO when I'm on a 1-minute chart. I usually put on a 1-minute chart for scalping purposes. I'm getting in and getting out. It's like right here. If I was going to get in and get out, right, I can come in here, choose this. Do I want to jump down in here, right? I can go here, get in, right? Here's my order. And I can slip here and get in, get out again, put my other order in sell order. That's why I put it on a 1, right? So I can get in and out that fast. Now, those are my stops. I can do that all day long, right? So I can use my turbo keys, buy, right? Bang, sell, bang, just like that. So that's why I have it on 1 minute, so I can be more reactive. Again, this is paper trading. So don't feel sorry for me if I'm losing money here. Showing you something. It's not the real money. There you go. Takes a few seconds to get off there. Can I show a example of a break and hold? Yeah. Well, right here's one trying to form right now. Break and hold below the 9, which is what I like to do. It's one of the many investment strategies the coach shows, right? Still got to look at the big picture. The 9 is this blue line here, right? So I could probably change that to white, and it would be better to see. Let me go up here and do that. Yeah, man, here. Come on. There we go. So what I do, the 9, we'll make that white. How's that go? Right there. Boom. Okay, done. Now this white line here is my 9 EMA. I'm waiting on a break and hold. There's the break. There was the hold. I should already be in this. So I could enter that. I'm in a little late now, but all I did was reduce my chance of increased profit. So now I have a line down here, historical level, that I'm watching to the downside, right? I am on a 1 minute. I am scalping. I'll put on my positions here so you can see it. Right down here's the money that's being made or lost down there. So now I'm in a scalp here, and as you can see, I don't have a stop because I unchecked the box and forgot to put it back on there. Can I do a set one here manually? Yes, I can. I don't intend on being in it that long. I'm going to use a mental stop here. Never trade without a stop. I can go in there and put one in, but I only intend on holding it right down to here. I'm going to see what it does when it gets down to that critical level. If it blows by it, then fine. If not, if it pauses at all when it gets there, why? Because that's a triple bottom, right? Or more, strong support level. So if it gets there, you saw how I got the break and hold, right? But I already have an exit plan. And right here is where my exit plan is coming in. Let me see. I'm up $1,100, $1,200 right now. Well, I was talking to you. It hit that line and pulled back. All right. I got it here. Disconnected. TikTok. Lost TikTok because I didn't get the puzzle. All right. We'll redo it. They'll be back eventually. we go. This puzzle piece thing just drives me nuts. All right. Well, there we are again. We're back TikTok. But again, y'all were over there on our YouTube. We don't have this issue. I'm down $500 playing around. Doesn't matter. It's not real money. I'll just close this out anyway. So I told you what I was going to do. I was going to come down here and click this. And of course, I got distracted there. I was going to get out right here at this blue line, right? Did I not tell you that? And look what happened when I come down there, it rejected. I just missed it because I was talking. Irregardless, it's not real money anyway, so not hurting. Now, if I'd have been real money, I can guarantee you I'd have got out right there, because that is how I do it. So the break is through the 9. Yes, whenever it breaks the 9, okay, whether it's all the way or part of the way, however you want to look at it, right? There's no magical formula. It's just a break of the 9, right? Sometimes it'll stop right through the part way. Other times it won't, right? Well, how did I get 20? Let me get out of this thing. Buy. There we go. So yeah, here's a break. Here's a hold. Will I jump into this if it's got enough energy? But I got this double top right here, right? So if I enter this, it's probably not going to be too good for me because it's going to reject, right? You tried to break through this level here. So what I'm looking for is a break and a hold. Just because I have the next candle, this is my confirmation. This is my hold candle. You could say break and confirm candle, however you want to say it. This is your confirmation. I'm looking for energy in this candle. If it doesn't have any that's indicating an upward movement, then I'll just ignore this trade, right? So if I get in here too soon, I mean, this should be okay, but I'm not going to, my profit potential is a lot less because right here, look at all this mess here, right? So it has to get up through where this was at previously, right? That line, oops, didn't draw it. Just to put it right there, right? So I got this goes across here, touches the tops of those. So I already know that's a critical resistance. So this thing's probably not going to go that much higher up this way without rejecting. So what I'm looking for, there's my break, there's my hold. It wasn't that great of a hold candle. Actually, I would avoid this in real life because of this right here. There's not enough there to do much with, right? It may still pop up, right? But I want to see good energy on my confirmation candle, which indicates a propensity of it to move upward. Here's a couple syllable word for you, Don. Propensity. Does it have a propensity? I don't know. What's propensity mean?
I love that, Mark.
Yeah.
It's like plethora.
Plethora. Yes, I haven't heard plethora for a while. That's your favorite word. Don's favorite word is a plethora of. Sorry,
The word of the
TikTok.
day is plethora.
No, it is
Propensity.
propensity. That's the word. I almost couldn't say it, right?
Which is what the same thing as tendency, basically.
Yeah. Yes, a tendency to, of, right? I'm live here, ain't I? Yep. Sorry, TikTok. I hate to, I gotta pick 2 objects that are, but still objects look the same. TikTok makes you play so many silly games just to keep broadcasting. But hey, doesn't cost us anything to do it technically, right? It's free. I'm using their program. You got to play by their rules if you don't like it, right? Right. All right. So the break and hold, second candle, which is the hold, and you get the hold, or do you wait? Yeah, I wait. I want to see strong momentum up here on this candle. See, this one kind of showed it, but it was a kind of a fake out, but it really wasn't because there's this double top stuff here, right? So it's not really a good entry to start with. Get back here to the live doodads here. Why is this not showing? If you guys still show the TikTok live. There it is. Never mind. Got back to it. If you have nothing in the history behind your momentum patrol, do you keep it going? Well, yeah, you'll get to what happens when you don't have a history, like all new time highs or all new time lows. What do? Well, you guess, basically. There's where the L2 comes in handy. If you're aware of how this tends to move in a day, what's the average ATR movement? So it may move in, let's just say, dollars at a time, or $2 at a time, or $3, or halves, or whatever, right? Knowing that, you can kind of guess where each level might be. A lot of times you'll look at the L2, where's people willing to do it. But generally, when you get above an area that is a record-setting area up or down, and you don't have any history, if it's the first time doing it, yes, you are just doing a wag, taking a wild, guess. So you just wag it. And you do that based on your training and education that you receive, such as here at American Dream Trading. What is it trading at an average at a time? So that's about all you can do until you develop a history. That's why historical lines matter, because people know where things to trade. Oh, look, Raphael is over there on TikTok. Good to see you, Raphael. Wow, there we go. So that's the other thing. When you reach new highs and lows, you just kind of get a guess, right? Go with the averages. Stocks may like to move in 10-cent increments or quarters, or 50 cents. Obviously, whole numbers are going to be a natural barrier. 53, 58.63, 58.64, 58.65. That's kind of things. Is how you have to do it. Did I just click the button accidentally here? Why do I have 10 orders here? 10 contract. I don't know. I must have been talking and bumped the button. Wrong button. We'll get out of that trade. Again, this is why I don't trade my real money. Do I ever scalp a candle more than once? Yeah, I've done that multiple times. It's kind of cool to do it, actually. I was doing that live a couple times. I'm like, well, I probably shouldn't do that anymore. I've done it here live a couple times. I decided, well, that's not really how you should trade, even though I made money on each scalp. That's really giving you guys the bad impression on how, you can do it. So can I do it here? Yeah, I can do, let's just pretend, well, let's find something might move. But, it literally just takes one there. There's a candle, right? All right. And boom, right? Now I'm out of it that quick. So that's all it takes. Now, this is paper trading, so it doesn't really go away that fast on here. It takes like 10 to 15 seconds after you get off here. But real count, it's bang, bang, bang. It's instantaneous. And I have done it a couple times. It's not the way to trade, because, evaluating what you're doing, you're just jumping in, gambling, right? But get a couple times. It's like you say, when it does happen, it is kind of cool. Like, man, I took three scalps on that one candle. But it's not a way to do it. But should stay in and let it run. So no, that's more, to me, when you do that kind of thing, it's more of a party trick, right? Oh, look what I can do, showing off, showboating, whatever. That's why that one day I was doing that in here. I was in and out. I must have did 50 trades there in the power hour, because things were moving. And I got, what, that was probably not a good thing to show people to do, because people get the impression that's how you trade, or how you should trade, and it's not the way you should do it. It's reckless, basically. So, especially since it was power hour. Anyway, welcome back, TikTok. Sorry, I didn't get my puzzle piece done, so it didn't get the thing up the way I wanted to. Anyway, let's see what else we got going.
2 minutes pointing to the downside with ES, Mark, and it's below the 9 the way you like it.
Yes, sir. I'm looking right at it. This is where I wanted to go before. However, it bounced right here. This was the bounce zone right here. It bounced off these candles here. I keep wanting to hit that's broken, held below the 9, but I held off on it because of this mess right here, right? Line's off a little bit, but there we go. Whatever, close enough for hand grenades. That's the area that it bounced the last time when I was trying to get it to go here, right? And it didn't make it, it bounced. So I'm definitely waiting for a break and hold below this level and the 200 before I'd even think about jumping in here now, because I didn't catch it up here where I should had. And if you miss it, you miss it. You just go wait for the next setup. So that was a good call out, JP. Thank you. So what did he just do there? Did he just tell me, hey, Mark, go buy ES to the downside? Did he say that? Absolutely not. He did not say that. He said, hey, here's what he saw. He called it out. That's a call out. That is not an inducement to buy. We will never tell you when to buy something or when to sell something. However, all our members are trained to make that decision on their own. So all that was is, hey, Mark, and anybody else listening, you might want to go check it out. Then I will evaluate the trade, which you saw me do within seconds, and decide when and if I wanted to enter the trade and what was my entry and exit plan. Just like that, bang, 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 right? And I already said what it is when it gets to break and hold beneath 200. I didn't want to enter because of this here resistance area, support area here coming down. And at that, it's just so close with that in the 200. I might as well just wait a few seconds, right? Or a few minutes if I'm going to enter this trade. As you can see, then even if it breaks below the 200, I got one little candle there. Now, does one candle constitute a area of resistance? Not necessarily. But I am going to put a mark there. And now I'm going to scroll back here and see if I have any other things that hit there. There's a line there. Ooh, that is a definite. Look at all those. Look at all these right here. Yeah, it's a good thing I did that.
Yeah, but the 5850 is also one of those whole number things, if you want to explain that.
Yeah, it's just a natural progression. So it's got to break through here first. As you can see, this is the strongest one right here, right? Just whatever this is, 5150. So as you can see, it bounced. The 200, the wick touched the 200, bounced off the 200. Now it's going back up. So, yeah, I'm touching this.
You're on the 1 minute, Mark, excuse me. You're on the 1 minute.
I'm on the 1 minute. Yep.
I'm looking at the 2 minutes stood at the G.
Yeah, I'm using the 1 minute because I'm scalping. Okay. All right. What else we got? That's it. So the indices usually is the ones that have the volume this time of day. I mean, can we trade gold or something? Yeah, we can. Nothing says we can't. It's just that this time of the day, things are tend to wind down over there. Those metals and energy, and doesn't mean you can't trade it. Just like right here, where's my levels at? Here on gold. Let me pull my other chart over here, trading view. And I'm coming right up. I'm at a double top right now. So I'm now at a critical level for gold. So I'm going to wait a few minutes here, a few seconds. And what is it doing? Even though I don't have a line there, I'm looking at my other chart that I have on my other monitor. And I have a line right there at that, I guess that's about 40 level as a support. And then whatever that line is, 47, I guess it is. So I got a couple spots up here on the way up. Now this is way far away, so that's clear up here. At VWAP, I'm not really concerned about that at the time. I am looking at that 30 or 40 mark right now, plus, you know, it's hovering around the 41. So I'm not going to touch it. It's in a bad spot right now. It's a support of resistance coming up to the upside.
Interesting. Mark says that because if you look at the 2 minute on ES or SPY, it's what the coach trains you to be careful. It's a double mini bottom.
There you go. The same way here on gold. It's doing is just the opposite, right? To the upside. So my upside potential is, it's not saying it can't blow through it, right? I can go right here right now and enter a trade. Bang. Right? There it is. I placed an order. There's my stop. Right? Can I make some money here? I don't know. Let's put it in there. I'm not going to say, my guess is I'm going to lose on this trade. Why? Because I already told you it was a double, triple top right here, right where this candle's at. So I already told you that I wouldn't enter this, but I want to show you what happens when you do. You go against what you know you should do before it even happens. I'm telling you what's going to happen. There you go. Look at that. Now I'm down $1,600, $1,800. Can it bounce off this 21 and go, or the 9 and go back up? Sure could. What's the probabilities? Well, I don't know. If you look at the chart, right? Look at all them. Look at this strong area here where this bounced from. Ding, and ding, 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 ding. How many times it did it? Did it break through sometimes? Yep. Other times it didn't. It had even had a hard time blowing back down through it. That's how strong that 3243 area is as far as resistance goes. So as you can see, this is what happens when you jump in there. I mean, I did this on purpose. It's at that double top, triple top, whatever you want to call it, 100 top, because there was a lot of them there, right? Very strong. That's how you get rejected, and then that's how you end up losing your shirt and your account just like that. There was $3,600 just the amount of time that I was talking on my trade. Okay. So, all right. I've heard master scalpers, certain millionaires say that scalping is the fastest way to grow an account. Do you think so? In my case, it was the case. Doesn't mean it will be in your case. However, I already had 2 years plus of experience before I came over here to futures and applied scalping.
Fastest
So,
way to blow
if-
an account.
What's that?
Fastest way to blow an account.
The fastest way to blow an account. Exactly. You could lose a lot of money in a hurry. Unless you're a master scalper, you have no business doing it. If you haven't trained on it and traded elsewhere in, like, say, stocks or something extensively before you come over here and start doing it on a margin account where you could lose everything plus more, well, you might want to stay where you're at. If you suck doing it trading stocks, you're going to suck doing it over here trading futures. Pure and simple, right to the crude point. So don't be that person, right? So let me get out of this trade here. I don't know why I'm even playing around over here, but anyway, I went short. I forgot even what I did, so I have to buy it back. There's plus 20. Yes, quite honest with you, that's how I built my account up. Is that the best way? Absolutely not. What stock is this? Rhonda Dawn says this is not a stock. This is gold. GC Main 1 minute chart. We're talking about futures here, not stocks. Totally different, but yet similar in nature to each other, believe it or not. But they are different investment vehicles. So back here. So anyway, gold didn't want to break out. But scalping is not the way. Scalping is the last thing you should be doing. You should be doing longer term holds, letting the runners run. I highly recommend Coach's 2 minute EWO trading strategy as the one to go to. 99% even of our paid members should be using it exclusively. I did for the first year I traded before I wanted to learn how to scalp. And that's when I kind of gave it up and stick to scalping. Why do I stick to scalping? Because I'm a crack addict, apparently, because I love that hit that it gives you, that instant gratification. It's almost well, I don't know, it probably is a gambler's mentality. You can get into that very easily. You like that quick fix. You like, oh, I lost a trade, now I'm jumping back in. I get that money back in a hurry. That's called revenge trading. That'll wreck your account in a hurry. Then you combine that with scalping. Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's the quickest way to the poorhouse. So I love scalping. I mean, I do. I really love it. I love doing it. It's quick in and out type of thing. Now the in and out may be minutes or 20 minutes or half an hour, but generally it's a minute or two at the most, generally. Not always. But you're always better off letting it run. Good afternoon, Scalping Strategy. Go ahead.
Hey, do you normally, when you scalp, do you normally work just from the 9 on a 1 minute chart?
Generally, yeah. Generally.
And then would you say that you have 75% or 80 green trades, 80% of your trades are green, or are they all green, or do you have some red, or how does it work? What do you normally run into?
I always have red trades. Always. There ain't a day goes by I don't have red trades. I have no idea what my percentage is. It's very high. If I get 2 red trades in a row, then I get up and walk around, take a quick break, scalping red trades, right? And I jump back in and get back in it. But I couldn't tell you. I don't keep track of those statistics. I don't really care. I don't care about when people tout their statistics. Oh, I got a 82.3% win rate. Yeah, whatever. right? You may have won. What about the other ones that you lost? The other 15% you lost $15 million on, and now you're bragging you made $150 on the other trades, right? Statistics mean nothing to me, right? Should you be paying attention? Well, yeah, for your own personal growth. I'm not saying discount it. I'm not going to talk about it. I have no clue. I can't tell you. They're probably easily 80% or more. My trades are green. I don't know that as a fact without actually going back and looking, but it's very high. Yeah. You know, if I do 10 trades, I might get one bad one. I don't know. I really don't, but I always have red trades. I mean, I just had one here earlier, right? On fake money, right?
But you had a good idea, Mark. Look at
Yeah.
gold now. There's something that you were seeing in it.
Yeah, but it's not breaking my critical level I want it to break. So I want it to
Right.
break here and then, I mean, can I make money from here to there? Yeah. I really want to see it break here and then play it up the VWAP. That's my intention. Now, is that going to happen? I don't know. What time is it? It's 3:37. Yeah, that ain't. We're
Yeah,
running
it's
out of
after the
time. We're running
3:30.
out of volume.
And
Actually,
what about ES, Mark? For folks that were looking at the 2-minute strategy with us, see how the last 2 minutes are kind of parallel. And you have to be real careful now looking at the 9 and the other things instead of just keep saying to yourself, oh, it's following the 2-minute. The coach will tell you we don't do that either. We
Yep.
pay
Yeah, look at-
attention to everything.
you got to look at the big picture. Don't just follow one indicator or one line. No one investment strategy is 100% effective. You always have to make adjustments to your strategies as they happen and do the best with the ones you like. I do the break and holds, you know, whatever, right? I'm a momentum. I'm trying to grab what I can grab. This is one of the strategies coach teaches. I should be doing a 2-minute EWO. Be a lot less stress in my life by doing that. So, thank you, Conatron. Kind words over there on TikTok. So, yeah, it's just trash right now. I wouldn't touch it, my opinion. Same way with gold. Gold's trash right now. It's peaking and holding up there at that critical level. So will something change here in the next 10 minutes? Probably, more than likely. You'll see maybe some volume as people exit, or they may just take their holding. But you can see it's in the same channel, right? Since it's got up here at whatever, 1 o'clock after lunchtime hour, quick gliding up. So now just channeling. Nobody wants to pay any more. They don't want to pay any less. They're just kind of keeping it there. So can I trade this? Yeah, I can. I can quick scalp these in and out, right? Make a few dollars. I'm going to wait down here. If this pulls down to here, which 47.50. What do we got here?
And even though it looks good on ES, remember you're above VWAP. Look at all the things.
Yep. If this will pull down here, this close to this blue line, I'll jump in it to the upside, believe it or not. I want to play that bounce back up in the channel. I see a 47 right there. It is. And right there it is. And bam. Got it a little late because I didn't miss the button over there, but that's okay. All right. So why did I do that? Because I see some channels here that it's moving, and I'm up 125, up 625. It gets up above that line. I'm going to get out of this thing here. Come on, break up there a little bit more. Oops, wrong way. I didn't get out of that one when I should had. Waited a hair too long. I mean, I'm still up $200 right here. Waiting for that to pull up. Why did I do that? Well, because I seen a trend right there, right? It's in a channel. This is called channel trading. I'm just going to go ahead and take the 250 profit there and be done with it. I wanted to see this pull back up above the blue line, and it may, right? You can see it. Well, again, this is paper trading. It doesn't really react as fast. It executes your trade when you tell it. It's just the icons don't pop off there like they should. It takes 10 to 15 seconds for them to actually disappear, which messes with your mind if you're not aware of what's going on there. So now I can go down here to the downside, right? Will I break and hold to the downside? Well, I could. I was talking about it earlier, right? I got a level down here. I got to worry about around that 44 level. But though, when I want to go through a new level, what am I going to do? I want to break and hold. I'm not just going to jump in there willy-nilly, right? So, can I? Can I jump in this right now? Yeah, I could, but watch what happens here. Let's see what we get, right?
Careful on ES too, Mark. It's at that critical level again.
Yep. So I got my positions open here. You can see right down here. TikTok may not see them. I'm going short on these also, right? And right here is a quick I think it said 700. I don't know. Whatever it ended up being. Again, it's paper trading, but that's how you can do that, right? Because I seen that level. I don't have a line there. I didn't want to spend the time to draw the line there because it was coming, right? But you can see it bounced right off that level. I just knew where it was about visually right there. See that? These candles here, the bottom of it. And then I got another one down below that. So that's what I was looking at. There's just some minor levels. It's nothing to write home mom about. But then I popped in there. Now I've made whatever I've done, right? I don't even know if I reset my count earlier, did I? No, I didn't. It says I'm 14,000 in a hole. Well, it's because I let them things run, remember? Show you what not to do kind of thing. Again, paper. I try to do it right, but when I'm doing it, just showing you things, sometimes randomly don't do this type of thing. Yeah, I want to show you that because you need to know if you don't follow the rules or follow the statistical odds of things working or not working, what can happen to your account, right? So don't be that person. Kind of play. I mean, it's, I guess it would be like card playing, right? There's only so many cards in the deck. So if you're good at statistic and count cards and know what's going on, what's typically going to happen at any level, well, you know, statistically, you have a better chance or a less chance of something happening. Well, then, you know, you can take that into account. Double tops, double bottoms, statistically, they're going to bounce and pull back. And if it keeps retesting it, statistically, it will break through and go on down the same way. Those are generalities that you can go by, but you have to give it time to decide what it's going to do. So it's sitting there. I will often, especially if I'm in good profit, I will exit before it hits the double bottom or double top. If it breaks through, all right, fine. I'll go along for the ride. I'll jump back in because I can do that with margins. So as long as I'm aware where my double tops, double bottoms are at, I'll jump out of them all day long. Let it get to it and lock in the profit. If it bounces, so be it. And then I'll jump back in. It's the beauty. It's why I love trading, just like this here, this channel trading. I was able to jump in, jump out.
Yeah, Mark, the American Dream Trading Training, it's not because I was some kind of genius. I just said, look at that critical point. It's because I've been trained to look for those things, and you guys are the same.
Right, exactly. I ain't that bright. I'm some old guy, right? Didn't start trading, paper trading or day trading till he was 60. He's going to be 63 here in a couple of weeks. So, you know, I ain't that bright. But I listen to Coach. I listen to what he's taught. I've embraced what he's taught, right? Didn't know what I was doing when I come in here, right? No experience day trading. So, but I learned, right? Did I get good overnight? Absolutely not. I'm still struggling with things, right? Have I done okay for myself? Yeah, I'd say I've done okay for myself. I love it. I enjoy doing this. So if I didn't, I wouldn't be doing it, right? So anyhow, any other questions you got? Type them in there in your social media platform. Scalping strategy. How you doing over there? How's your trading going? Are you still gathering things every month, learning new things every day, every week, applying those strategies to your trading? How's it going overall? I know you ain't green every day. Nobody's green every day, every time, right? I'm green. I have been green every day for a long time, but I still have red trades, right? Every day. I've had a bunch of them today. Mainly due to impatience, not listening.
And you can't make a rule something like only 2 red trades for every 10 green, because you can have 10 red trades at 1 or 2%, especially in futures, and then swing in there on that 10 or 20 or 30% climb on your green one.
Right. Well, if you have 10 red trades in a row, you better be walking away. Scalping strategy, fantastic. Wow. There you go. $1,200. Outstanding. Is that you still paper trading or is that real on there? scalping strategy over there on YouTube. He if you'd been following us for a while, he's a regular attender. He's also a member now, but he wasn't at the time. And he'd shared over time about all the money he'd lost trading, following other people, and you know, every guru out there touting do this or do that. And so he came over here and he came in. We told him, just like we tell everybody else, come in with an empty cup, forget all the stuff you think you know. Not that what you previously knew mattered, because it probably has some value, but empty up your cup, listen to what's coming out of the coach's mouth, and embrace what he's saying in his different investment strategies. And if you do so, you probably stand a more likelihood of success by those that don't. Can we guarantee your success? Absolutely not. We have paid members come in and blow up their accounts all the time. Why? Because they don't listen to the sound of coach's voice. They don't take advice. And they just start going in there, throwing money at it and breaking every one of coach's rules. So we don't want to do that. Take your time, learn it the right way. And that will increase your odds of success. I mean, we got members come in here, blow up our accounts. I've had some big losses, right? Have I blown up my account? No. But I've had some, $8,000-$10,000 losses, right? Tell me that don't hurt your account, right? So have I come close to being zero? No, I haven't personally. But I've had some trades that made me wonder, right? My ability. And you go through periods of self-doubt. Am I doing what I'm doing? Can I do this? I've had my account get low, especially because there for a long time I was pulling, it's how I pay my bills. I had my money in there, and of course I had to make the money, plus I had to pull X amount of dollars out of there every week to 2 weeks to pay my bills, to keep the roof over my head. So there was a few times my account got pretty low, especially when I had that big loss, right? That was a lot of money. Did I blow my account? No, but I got it down pretty low a few times where, maybe I was having losing days, or the market wasn't very good at what I was doing that day and didn't make a lot of money. And, where the bills outweigh your dollars, right? You got more bills than you got days. So, but yeah, I never personally blew an account, but I know what it's like to be low. And I know what it's like to do dumb things and wreck your account and lose things, right? Lose money over your own ignorance and stupidity. Most of the time we know better, but we do it anyway. I proved that today. I'm going to enter this, told everybody, I'm going to enter this trade when it breaks and holds this line right here. And it broke it, but it didn't have the confirmation candle, and I clicked it and entered the trade anyway. And immediately it went against me. Why did I do that? If somebody could explain that to me, I have no idea. So anyway, well, that's good scalp strategy. I'm glad to see you're finding consistency in doing that. I can't wait to hear your testimony here in the next few months. Oh, so what's the PA stand for? So you are doing real money now? All right. I thought you were still doing paper. All right. Well, if you're real trading, that was a great day too, right? $1,200, real money. Considering what you told us happened to you in the past and how much money you gave away and the issues that it caused you, it's good to see that you're embracing what Coach is talking about and coming in here with an empty cup and still showing up every day. That's half the battle, showing up every single day. And I wish you nothing but success, and I'm sure you'll find it. Wow. Last 4 trading days, he's made $4,213. That's all right. Good job. Wow. Good job. That's some serious cash there. Who wouldn't like to make $4,000 in 4 days sitting at home in front of a computer? And I think you're not even able to sit there all day, are you? You got other things you got to be at and places you got to do.
I'll
So
take
it's not
it.
even full time. What's that, Don?
I'll take it.
Oh, yeah, I will any day, right? Now look at ES jumping all around crazy. What time is it? Oh, it's the last 10 minutes of the day. This is the time of the day the coach talks about explicitly. Man, I cannot say more than a 2-syllable word today. Coach says stay out of it under strong terms, because I couldn't say the word I wanted to. So pay attention. Don't break the rules, folks. By the way, if you haven't already, make sure you click subscribe, like, and share this video. You need to head on over to americandreamtrading.com. Scroll down halfway, grab that free Discord. Also, check out those memberships. We still have the $5,000 all-in-one, all-inclusive membership, the Diamond membership for $5,000 one-time payment. Head on over there to Dream Trading. Make sure you claim that before they disappear. We also have the premium $125 a month, which gets you limited in, right? Access. I mean, you get to trade from 8:45 to 4 o'clock on a live Zoom call, but it's only in the stocks and stock options section. It does not include crypto or futures. That is available. You can pay $125 a month, or you can get the lifetime for a one-time payment of $750, which equates to 6 monthly payments. So why would you keep paying for something when you can lock it in? That's the whole basis behind the Diamond. $5,000, get over and grab that. You get a one-on-one with David if they're still available, which I think they are. I think there was like 2 left earlier when I looked. You might want to grab them. That's our all-inclusive membership, includes everything that we have. In lifetime, you never ever pay again, and anything we create in the future is automatically included. Scalping Strategy said he trades no more than 90 minutes per day, and in the last 4 trading days, he's made $4,213. That's a great job. I'm glad to see that the coach's principles are working and applying, especially since you've been elsewhere and lost lots of money, and he shared what it was. I'm not going to reshare that, but it was a very large, substantial amount of money over time that he had lost listening to other people on the interwebs, right? So we're glad to see him finding success here. So congratulations, Scalping Strategy. Anyhow, there we go. There's ES taking off. Not staying there. So I thank you all for being here today. I had a great day today. It was a monumental day, another notch on my belt kind of day today that I have documented. I was able to share that with everybody. If you heard Coach on the lives today, you would have heard about it. If you didn't, well, you can go back and watch if you like. It's up to you. But basically, I had a very good day, very good year so far, just by listening to the sound of Coach's voice, embracing what he says, and applying all his trading strategies and principles. It's not an easy thing to do. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It takes time, right? Scalping Strategy spent time losing all his money listening to other people. Is he going to turn around here and start dumping a bunch of money in here like he's gambling? Nope, he's taking his time. We've talked to him. What? You've probably been hanging out here for at least 3 months, right, before you got your membership. It's been a while anyway, right? And as you can imagine, he was skeptical, right, after being burnt so many times, right? And let's face it, sometimes we think what we hear is the golden nugget, the key to success, the shiny quarter, right? Squirrel! Whenever it's just a distraction, right? So, you guys are free to ask Scalping Strategy about his experience if you didn't hear him. He is. You're right, Keither. He is an inspiration. I love seeing that somebody that didn't give up on life or their goals or dreams, and realize, well, maybe it wasn't so great where I was at, but let me listen here and see if this makes sense. Let me apply. Let's see, test and prove, right? Trust but confirm. Trust but verify. So good. I'm glad to see that. It's going to be a great testimony here in the near future how well you're doing, and look forward to hearing about it. So publicly. So good. All right. So if you haven't already, head on over to americandreamtrading.com. Scroll about halfway down on our webpage. You'll see our free Discord. It was free yesterday. It was free last month. It was free last year. It was free 2 years ago. It was free 3 years ago. It was free 4 years ago. Make sure You want me to say that number out loud there, scalping strategy, for everybody on all the socials? You typed it in there. I don't want to say it without your permission, because only the YouTube people can say it, see it. But if I'm allowed to say that, I'll say it, but I won't. So now I forgot what I was saying. Oh, you're going over to get our free Discord. They get you instant access into our stock lounge, like Scalping Strategy did. Went in there and learned and talked and asked questions. And the J Dog, he's over there. He went in there and joined in there for free. He still is a free member over there, but he's building up his knowledge. And one of these days, he's going to get one of them in with one of them. All right, listen to this, people, especially the ones on TikTok. Scalping Strategy, who's made $4,213 in the last 4 days, employing what Coach teaches us every single day, said that he had lost over $500,000 in the past following other people. Now, can he blame them other people? Yeah, whatever. I don't know the whole story, but a lot of it's our own ignorance, right? Maybe they were bad trading strategies, but to lose over 500,000 and still come back for more here, and now he came in with an empty cup, and he made $1,200 today, and he's made $4,213 over the last 4 days. Now he's been doing this now for quite a few weeks. This is just what he's doing today. So does that sound like, 500 grand? That's a lot. It's $500,000, right? That he's lost over time, right? And there's other people the same way. So you can overcome it as long as you take your time. This is not a get rich quick, right? Right. Yeah, he says he doesn't blame the other people, right? Because why? Because the other people didn't make us click our mouse, did they? Right? They didn't make us throw in all this money in there. Same way, I don't blame the market if I get a red trade and they dump it, whatever. It is what it is, right? We're just clicking the mouse here. So yeah, we really shouldn't blame other people, right? And that's good. I'm glad to hear you say that. I mean, even if they were, whatever. Don't want to name names, and we don't. I don't badmouth anybody in here. Unfortunately, the internet is full of people who like to badmouth their competition, right? They can't prove that what they work is better, so they just badmouth them and call them scammers and thieves and crooks and everything. And we have that happen to us too. They get out there and try to badmouth us, and that's fine. Go ahead and have at it. Not everybody has a joyful heart. Some people just have black hearts of coal, right? It's just a fact of the matter. But anyway, we try to be positive around here. If you've never noticed, you've hang out on our social media lives. We don't put up with negativity in our chat boxes in here, and we will warn somebody once, maybe even twice. And if they want to come in here with negativity, then goodbye, Felicia. We'll kick you out. You can come in here. You don't have to agree with what we say or anything I say, but you're welcome to stay as long as you're respectful, not only to myself as your host, but the other people in the room. So we're glad you could be here today. We are live 3 times per day. Coach is live from 9 to 11 daily, Monday through Friday, Eastern Time. I'm live here every day, also from 2 to 4 Eastern Time, Monday through Friday. And then we have the aftermarket show with our host, Dawn. Head on there after 5 o'clock. That's the YouTube channel, American Dream Trading. Look at the market go crazy right now, right? Last minute, they're all just buying like crazy. Could you make a lot of money there? Yep, you could have. But you had to been paying attention. Man, look at that thing take off. That's crazy. Crazy. It's a good way to wreck your account, too. Jumping in thinking, oh, look at that, go to the moon. I'm going to jump in that. Yep, it could have made a lot of money if you're an experienced person.
That's not a snack. That's a choking hazard.
Yeah. Anyway, so and Dawn's on at 5 o'clock today. Check that out on our YouTube channel, American Dream Trading. As always, anybody that you meet for the remainder of the day and this time tomorrow, try to give them a positive experience with you. Leave good, lasting memories. Remember, you never know what's behind the smile of the other person you're currently talking to. So try to be a positive, uplifting person instead of somebody with a black heart and wants to drag everybody down. I will see you same time, same bat channel tomorrow. And if you don't know what a bat channel is because you don't have any gray hair, go Google what a bat channel is, and you'll know the answer tomorrow. I will see you. Goodbye.